It's
We are live. We are live. All right. Might be the Royal Rumble. I'm not sure what Johnny Boy was saying, but we're going to figure it out. We will figure it out because earlier this week we talked about stats. All right. And if you are tired about stats, then I guess, go back to sleep because we're going to talk about stats one more time. Just one more time. We are talking about the New York Jets that can end up leading the league in certain stats for their position. It's going to be a grand old time of what are you talking about? Or, ooh, I can see that. All right. So let us know. Stay with us in the comments. We are live. Like I said, it is Boy Greem meets Wudi meets Johnny Boy.
Can you guys help us get a jet chant here? Yeah, going.
Oh.
Okay, right, yeah. Come on in. Yeah.
Okay, let's go! J-E-T-S, Jets! Let's go! J-E-T-S, Jets! Let's go! There you go,
Third Party Thursday.
Chris joining us here on the program with a capital P here on the program.
Jake Asman, come on down. How you doing, good sir?
Wow, what an intro. I mean, the boy Green is known for having the intro, but Wudi, that was unreal, man. Thanks for the kind words, son.
We are men of many names.
My favorite Austrian Jets fan right there, baby.
Boy Green
Meets Wudi. Welcome to another episode of Boy Green Meets Wudi. It is your boy James Wudi. You already know we are Wudi, rocking everywhere. All right, and over here, my bad. We got, and it's not Boy Green. We got a different boy here. Okay, you may think he's cute. He knows he's sexy. He's got the moves that drive the girls wild. We talk about Johnny Boy. Johnny Boy.
I'm not your boy toy. Yeah, baby, what's going on, Wudi? Yo, thank you so much for having me, man. I look forward to this today. I think there might be a little bit of rumbling between us on this one, man. So we've been on together before, and we both have had some takes that people are gonna be like, "Oh man."
Well, as long as you don't hit me with sweet chin music, we're gonna be all right. All right. Shout out to all the people in the chat. All right, a lot of love. Number one Austrian Jets fan, you already know, nothing but love. All right, we got a super chat here as well. Come on now. And when we hear a super chat, even if Boy Green's not here, we still hearing from his daughter Zariah. Luna, holla at your boy.
Wow.
Hey, appreciate you guys. The Johninator, right? I seen some Johninator. Oh, that's you right there. Hey.
Just let them know.
Yes, sir. And yeah, we definitely got a list, and like Johnny Boy said, I can assure you, if you think Boy Green and I disagree, well, you ain't seen nothing yet because Johnny Boy's about to say some crazy stuff, and I'm gonna need you guys to let me know if am I crazy? Maybe I'm crazy? I deserve a straight jacket, or maybe we can send that straight jacket to Johnny Boy's address. We will figure that out.
Hey, maybe we should do a poll for the chat and let them vote for who had the better list. Wudi
we might have
or
to.
Johnny Boy?
If I can figure that out from where I'm standing, from where I'm sitting right here, we might have to do that because yeah, they're gonna be different, and I need to know. Am I that crazy, or are you that crazy?
Pretty much. I am pretty much crazy, but
all right, so let's we will have you started off with number 5 on the Johnny Boy list. I can't believe I hit that note the first time, so I just wanted to try it a second time, see if I can hit it again. Holla. And we'll start right now.
Number five.
Should have tested that before, but all right, here we go.
So I'm coming off the gate swinging, all right, and this one is the subject is a little bit sensitive for Wudi and whatnot, and if you guys have followed us on what we talk about, right, you might understand what I'm about to say. But I'm saying that Braylon Allen is going to lead the league in rushing touchdowns for running backs.
Braylon Allen leading the league. Leading the league. You said that's what you
In
said.
the league,
The league, like the entire NFL, the National
the
Football League.
NFL, baby, the National Football League.
Yeah, Roger Johnson. Yeah, this is crazy. This is you smoking la 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 la. Like it's I can't even fathom this. There's a very real possibility. As a matter of fact, like the highest probability is that he's not even in the top two on his own team in rushing touchdowns.
All right.
Between of course Brees Hall, the starting running back, but Justin Fields. Remember the Jets? They elected to vote yes for the tush push. That boy, his tush is getting pushed. And Fields, they're going to be doing things at the goal line. I know the common conception is that okay, Braylon, he's the bruiser, so short yardage situations, he's the guy, which I would agree with. But for dual threat QBs, who's the Ravens guy in short yardage situation? Is it King Henry? Believe it or not, a lot of times it's Lamar Jackson. The Eagles. Is it Saquon Barkley out here hurdling everybody? Believe it or not, a lot of times it's Jalen Hurts. So I do think the Jets will fall into that situation. And I don't think that's hurting Brees's touches. I think that's cutting into Braylon's touches. So I think that what Braylon could have done, his ceiling is dramatically lowered by the presence of Fields. I think Fields will have more rushing touchdowns than him. And I think Brees will have more rushing touchdowns than that. So to say in the league, my God, I don't even know if he'll have 7. Like I feel like 7 is a generous number.
You guys heard it here on Boy Greem Meets Wudi. Johnny Boy from Jets Worldwide stated Braylon Allen, Agent Zero, will lead the league in rushing touchdowns for running backs.
Agent Zero. All right. All right. Well, I will hit you with mine. Let's see if it's going to be on repeat forever like it just was.
Number 5.
Yep, still is doing that. My number 5 is not that far fetched because I believe it just happened. Jamie Sherwood leading the league in tackles. If you've done something once, you can do it again. I can't lie. If I'm betting on it, like I wouldn't bet on it. I actually don't even think he will lead the team in tackles. But we talk about possible scenarios that can happen. It already happened. So how can I say it's not possible if we would have already seen that it's possible? Give me Jamie Sherwood leading the league in tackles.
I could definitely see that. I'm not even going to front and everything. People were thinking I was nuts last year. Yeah. Woody, you were here. I said it. I was like, I really thought that it was, the captain, captains last year. They had that whole montage for him with one just drive and he's gone. It is what it is, man. But hey, thank you for everything that you have done, Mr. Mosley. But it's the Jay Sherwood show. And I think my man he has it, man. He's going to be able to do it. There's a reason why they gave him that extension and everything to stay over here with us.
Big time facts. Big time facts. So let's see. Your number 4. There's got to be a better take than the last one. Let's see. Let's see what you got number 4.
So I'm excited about the fact that Glenn's here, right? Glenn's been a guy that when he was a player, he wasn't the biggest, right? He wasn't the fastest and everything, but he knew the position really well. You got a guy in Sauce that checks all those talent boxes that need to be checked. The guy is great, size, speed, the whole 9, right? My take numero cuatro is that Sauce leads the league in interceptions. That's what I'm saying. People are going to be like, yo, but he can't catch a ball, blah, blah, blah. That's the point, man. People are going to be sleeping on him. They think, nah, we still got him. A lot of individuals were saying that Sauce was trash and that we should get rid of him and all of this craziness as if he still wasn't a top corner in the league, right? So, Mr. Sauce Gardner, is going to lead the league in INTs this year.
I really didn't think it was possible to have a worse take than the number 4 than number 5. I really didn't, because number 5 was so bad. But this, yeah, I'm about to say this is worse. What are you talking about, Johnny Boy? Bro, he's been in the league 3 years and has 3 picks. There is literally no way. I am willing to bet every single amount of money that is attached to my name that he's not going to lead the league. No. To just get 2 would be really nice. Like I would, that would be amazing. He did that his rookie year, and then went almost 2 full years without getting one until the Jaguars game where they threw that deep ball that could have went to anyone. But yeah, that is some high hoping. They usually attack Boy Green, for saying the hopium and all that type of stuff. I feel like you stole this man's stash and just all up on hopium, all up on the wish list.
Remember, July 10th on the Boy Green Meets Wudi show. All right. Johnny Boy stated that Sauce will lead the league in INTs.
I mean, thank you. Yeah, see, 2, yeah. The number 1 Austrian Jets fan speaking sense. Talk to this man. That's what I'm saying. 2, yeah, like 2 would be nice,
You
Yeah,
about to get 2 in one game.
But okay, here we go. Number 4, for the James Wudi list. This is a name that historically I have not said favorable things about. Justin Fields. We have to accept that, or I have to accept that he is the current Jets quarterback.
MVP.
It is what it is. But I'm rooting for him, and something that I think he can accomplish is leading the league in rushing yards as a QB. I could have chosen touchdowns for the very reason that I said before when you brought up Braylon, going in and having those short yardage situations. But I really don't see him beating the Eagles. Like, as long as Jalen Hurts is there with that line, and the whole entire offense moving down the field as successfully as they're doing, that tush is king. Unfortunately, and then there's Josh Allen, who is just a beast, who always finds ways to get into the end zone. So, with that being said, where they don't really share, touches, that's their domain. Whereas I would imagine Justin Fields is sharing touches with at least 2 other people. I couldn't do the TDs, so I'm going to go with rushing yards. Where in that vein, we talking more, Lamar, we're talking Kyler Murray, and the difference between those guys and the Jets is that they have passing options. When they Marvin Harrison Jr. looked like he added 55 pounds of muscle. I mean, he's looking jacked. So I expect when Kyler drops back, he will have options. Of course, Trey McBride is one of the better young tight ends in the league. And then, for the Ravens, they just got DeAndre Hopkins. I know that might not sound too impressive to some people, but I still think he can ball. Mark Andrews, they got a whole, like Isaiah Likely, they got a whole bunch of people. He's going to get his yardage, but, for the Jets, if it's not Garrett, maybe he's just running. Maybe that's how it works. I think based on what Aaron Glenn was saying, that's not what he's trying to do. He's trying to have him be a quarterback and, read the field from the pocket and make decisions and accurate throws. But, if you're going back to the, his previous history, and in under that impression that he's, not that good of a quarterback, then he's just gonna end up running. So there you go. He's gonna.
I don't know, man. I don't agree with you, bro. I don't think so, because if he's rushing and he leads the league in rushing, our line, there's something wrong going on right now. We've had a crazy amount of injuries. I don't know. We have what's his name trying to come back to play for us. He ended up being horrible. The left tackle that we ended up Tyron Smith. T. Smith comes back over here, and we're having to get people that are at Walmart stocking shelves and the whole nine just to be able to go ahead and fill out the line again. So I hope that's not the case. If I'm going to be 100% honest with you, I believe in Fields. You know that I believe in Fields. I remember the dude from Ohio. He was not a running quarterback like that at all. The dude would stay in the pocket, and I'm hoping that's what occurs. Now, can I see some plays that'll be specifically made for him? But he's not going to outbeat Lamar. You know what I mean? He's not going to beat Hurts like that. Like I think I don't know, man, or Josh Allen at that, right? I don't think it's going to be as heavy running as people are making it seem. I think it's going to be really balanced, right? And it'll be surprising a lot of people, man. Hey, playoffs, baby. That's what I want. Let's go.
Well, hey, I mean, no, I don't think you're going to find anyone who doesn't want the playoffs. We need it injected into our veins. But what I'll say there is that like the teams that you just named, all of those teams have good offensive lines, but that has nothing to do with the Jets right now. They have their best offensive line that we've had in a long time, and I feel like that is a good reason to believe that Justin Fields will run will feel comfortable running because there will be, he will be protected. There will be lanes. And if he cannot read a defense, right, which, there's no real NFL proof of him consistently doing that, then that's what's going to happen. Oh, Garrett's covered. Okay, I'm looking over here. Oh, now pass rush is here. I'm out.
But I mean, in Chicago, that dude had the worst line for how many times? The reason he had, I think, was like 1,100 yards that the second year into his NFL career, if I'm not mistaken, was because that line was like ranked 31, if I'm not mistaken, like the worst offensive line in the entire league. Our line as the New York Jets during that time was better than the Chicago Bears lines during that time. And if that tells you anything, I don't know what will. But I don't know, man. Like I know you're sour grapes on Mr.
I feel
Justin
what do you,
Fields.
I just put him as a league leader in a stat. Are you serious? What is sour? These are
Man, I don't think he is, man. And you'll see why when it comes up to my second choice.
okay. But yeah, no. Last thing I'll say is just to reiterate the point. We talk about Lamar, like the names that you said as people who would have more yards. They have better line. Like the line, like that's not what we talk. We talking about, rushing ability, which Fields has,
Correct.
and then being able to throw, which okay, we'll figure that part out if he can throw consistently. But like Lamar, like I wouldn't even say Lamar obviously is a good thrower, but when things break down, he's out, and that's why he has the stats that he has. Fields, if things break down, can mean different things. It means you don't see who's open, or there is no one open. There's a busted coverage, right? Not in the secondary. I'm talking about on the line,
Yeah.
right? There are a whole bunch of different things. Bad snap, and then now you scrambling. There are a whole bunch of different things. So I think Fields definitely has the tools to make that happen. And because I don't foresee him throwing, 5,000 yards, but him being a competitor, yeah, he's gonna get it however he can. But yeah, about the O line. I mean, I feel that's just excuse. Like, we talking about 2021. I'm talking about right now. What are we about to see right now? Is Fields running? But hit us with number 3.
All right. So you kind of said a little
And
bit
let me
earlier.
just say, if number 3 is worse than 4 and 5, I don't even know if we can continue. Like, oh, come on now, give me something. Give me something.
All right. Do you like nursery rhymes?
Sure.
Old McDonald leads the league in sacks this year. EIEIO. That's what's gonna happen this year.
It didn't rhyme, but that was pretty funny. Um, and also way better than 4 and 5. So thank you for that. Um, before we get there, I just want to say shout out to Sharon, of course. Always out here supporting the channels. And very unpopular opinion. I'm New York everything, but I'm a huge fan of deep dish pizza. I feel like deep dish. It's just a special food. It's a special food. So I just want to show Bradshaw my respect there. Let us know, Bradshaw, what you think. I would imagine you like New York style. But number 3, Will McDonald leading the league in sacks. Yeah, I can see it.
Hmm.
Would I put money on it? Hell to the no, no, no. But I can definitely see it. I mean, the stat
Hmm.
that we've been saying on this show the last couple of episodes, right? 8 sacks in 7 games. So he was the league leader, in 7 games. So if you could just keep that consistency with a full coach, a coach for the full season, yeah, that's definitely possible. Quinnen healthy, Jermaine healthy, you know, you have to focus on them. You can't just focus all your energy on Will. So this is one where I think we all can agree we are expecting Will to have more sacks this year than last year. I think we all can agree on that. It's just a matter of how many. And if you feel like it's enough to lead the league, then who am I to say no?
I think this defense is going to surprise a lot of people. I think this defense will get back to where it needs to be. I think this defense is going to be a lot more disciplined. I think we're not going to be seeing them idiotic penalties that they were having last year because, again, Glenn's not going to put up with that. I wanted to ask you this real quick, though, Woody, in regards to that. You stated JJ coming back, right? With him coming back, do you think as soon as he comes back, he's going to have an instant impact, or is something that they might do like a snap count type of thing and try to see where he's at? Because let's just say we make a run, because the second part of the season for us, it's a lot more favorable compared to the first 5 games that we play in the season, that we could essentially save him and he goes off at that time, letting his Achilles get better, et cetera, et cetera.
I definitely think that is the most devastating injury in sports. So I would imagine they would give him some sort of snap count. I know they've already said like, oh, he's good to go, training camp, all that stuff, about it, all that. But that's just a major injury that we don't want to re-aggravate. We don't want to do any. We got to put him in bubble wrap, until we're ready. So I don't think it's full systems go as much as he wants to, and will tell you he's ready to do it. Because he's a warrior. I would imagine that having his best interest at heart, they would not do that, and kind of ramp him up over time. Now, of course, if he's just if he's actually playing well and you know feeling good, looking good, then I would imagine they can get rid of that quickly,
Yeah.
right? But you got to figure out what that looks like. Like Hassan when he came in, and I hate to even bring that name up,
Why?
but I
Why?
mean because it's a very relevant example to what we're talking about. He like he was out of shape and like he couldn't be systems go, right? So they tried to work him in, and it was a rotation. We talk about the Achilles, Aaron, right? He thought he was systems go, and then all of a sudden he's getting nicked up, knick knack, paddywhack. That's what I'm saying. It's not about listening to the player; it's about listening to the doctors and the situation, and trusting your know-how on how to proceed there. But I think I would be shocked if he's getting the same snaps as Will on week 1.
I just hope that the coaching staff protects the player from himself, because you got what's going on, BG. You got JJ that's pretty much saying like, "Yeah, I'm good to go. I'm all this and everything," right? But you don't want to re-hurt that or something to that sense. And I mean, these guys are competitors, so they're going to want to be on the field. But if you're not at 100%, it's gonna take Glenn to be like, "Hey, look, You know you have the talent, but this is about the long game, right? We'll get you there. Take your time, keep going, and keep doing what you're doing. But if my man is going off and off the gate, he's just guns a blazing. It's a hard conversation to have at that point, Mr. Woody. What's your number 3, man? Let me know.
Well, this one you're not gonna agree with. Side note, real quick, because I just read this comment. Is there a difference between Arkansas's Pizza Hut and like the other Pizza Huts in the rest of the country? That's a question that I need answered. I don't know if we can find the answer during this episode, but I would love to know if there is a difference.
I'll tell you this right now, Woody. It's New York pizza all day. The greasier the pizza and how thin it is, right? To the point where I could fold it and there's grease coming out. Give me that every single day over this ginormous,
Yeah.
looks like a red brick type of pizza that I'm trying to eat, all right? With mad sauce on it and the cheese inside of it, or I don't even know what it is, man.
It's very cheesy. I like the it's I would say there's more cheese actually on that deep dish in that deep dish. It's just in. Yeah. But yeah, we gonna figure this out. We're gonna get to the bottom of the Arkansas Pizza Hut. Maybe they doing something there that they not doing in the other states. But number 3 on the James Woody list. You already know I was going to talk about. Come on now, every list. If we talking about good, positive things, well, he's a positive player. On Tuesday, I said that it was a guarantee, number one guarantee, that Brees Hall would have 1,000 rushing yards. Now, allow me to say, I don't think he's going to lead the league in rushing yards. There's just too many rushers. We literally just said. How is Brees and Fields going to lead the league in rushing yards for their position? Give me Brees Hall scrimmage yards. He's already been very close already. 2 years ago, he was 3rd in the NFL behind CMC and Tyreek Hill. So, I mean, those guys probably not going to be 1 and 2 this year. You know, he's going to be battling with, who knows, Bijan Robinson, Jettas, Jamar, who knows. But I think Brees Hall, what he offers in the pass game, he's a tremendous outlet to have. And the best thing about Brees is how good he is in space. That's been the problem, or one of the problems, the last year. You know, as guys like Johnny Boy have turned their backs on our guy, is that they're not getting him out in space. They get him, behind the line of scrimmage. He's getting hit behind the line of scrimmage, and yet, he's not the best in the league at overcoming that hit. 2-3 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Get this boy out in space, and we've already seen what he can do. So that's what I'm expecting. The rushing game is going to come. Offensive line, he won't be getting hit in the backfield as much anymore. But I'm talking about in the passing game. This guy could end up with 700 passing yards. And if we talk about 1,000 plus 700, now we are talking about among the league leaders in scrimmage yards. So give me Brees Hall leading the league.
Well, I'm going to have to agree with you on that because I think that's the dynamic piece of his game that he has. I mean, you had, what's his name, Hackett talking about, oh, man, I didn't know that Brees could catch the ball. So, yeah, man, I have to agree with you on this one because it's kind of, it's right in line with my numero uno take.
Your numero uno.
Numero uno
Okay.
take and what I'm saying there. And shout out to John B, man. They don't know about us. If anybody from the 90s, 2000s know about a little bit about John B, you know what I'm talking about when I just stated. But
Hey.
dude, yes, I can see it. That's the reason why. And that right there kind of like touches in the same regards to why I don't think Fields is going to be running that much. Like, I just think he has weapons that are really not being talked about as much because we're more worried about wide receiver 2 and who is that going to be. Hey, wide receiver 2 might be Brees Hall. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, like, it really could be. And talking about somebody that gained some size, did you see Corley.
Yes. I mean, hey,
I could hope.
I
I could
got.
hope, bro.
I'm one of the few people out there that still believe in the Yak King. Like you don't get names like Yak King for no reason, and he didn't have an opportunity.
Nah.
So yeah, I'm definitely optimistic that he'll be able to do something. And I guess that's another person who say get him in space. So Tanner Engstrand, he's gonna have his hands full trying to dial up these situations where these people have the football in space, but that's what people do. That's what these coordinators. That's what they do. So he's gonna. It's crazy because I would say there's 20 teams, like literally 20 teams, with capable offenses that week in week out, dial up good plays for their players. And it's just that we've been on the outside looking in for so long that we forget that it's not rocket science. So hopefully Tanner can get these guys, like you said, Corley, Brees in space.
Yo, your man BG out here is trying to hit us with some with some things in there. But I that's who I'm most excited about is Tanner, right? Because Tanner is the biggest unknown out of everybody. I feel like people have known Wilkes. I feel like people have known Glenn, right? But Tanner, he came out of left field and nobody really understands the guy or anything from what Glenn had stated on his, pressers and whatnot, that Tanner was the guy that was coming up with the gadgety type of plays, with the bigger plays. I don't know if anybody's watched this. I don't know if you've watched this yet, Woody, but if you watch the quarterback series that's on Netflix right now, right? Bro, some of them plays that they were drawing up on there, I was like, I could only wish that the Jets do something like that. Like, whew. So Tanner's the guy that I think, for me, I'm the most excited in regards to this as well. But you ready for my number two?
Yeah. I have not watched this season of quarterbacks. So I'm gonna have to do it. I didn't realize. Yeah, I guess that would make complete sense that Tanner would be like in the. So he's like in the show
Yeah,
with Jared Goff. Yeah, okay.
they show stuff. They show the plays is what's to me is
Yeah,
like that. And dude, I remember Jared Goff. Like they were talking about the dude is done. Like
yeah.
they were saying he's it's over. And then last year he was in the talks about winning MVP at one point. So hey, I'm excited, man. Why can it not be this team? Why can it not be the New York Jets that you have a player like Justin Fields have that resurgence of a career like Geno, like your guy Sam Darnold? I was a big Sam Darnold fan, man. Like I really wanted to do it and shout him out because he just got engaged. I heard,
He did.
shout out you to Sam.
Yeah.
And I
Still waiting
mean,
for my invitation, but
hey,
yeah.
bro, I'll be a +1, dog. And underneath rocking the Sam Darnold jersey. I know everybody had a Sam Darnold jersey because I did, right? But peep this out. You need to watch it, bro, because it
All right.
gets you hyped up, man. So, but all right, my number two, and this one right here is why I keep saying that I don't think that, to your take a little bit earlier, that
Mhm.
Justin Fields is going to lead the league in rushing for quarterbacks. Fields is going to lead the league in deep passes for over 20 yards this year. I think that this guy is going to let the ball go. And everybody's going to be like, oh man, where was this at in Chicago? Where was this at in Pittsburgh? And things like that. And we're going to be like, it's about time, baby. It's about time. We got a QB. Let's go.
Johnny boy, I thought we were doing better, man. You said the Will McDonald. I was with you the nursery rhyme. Now you went back to 4 and 5. Justin Fields leading the league. You said leading the league. Like if you want to say, oh, he's shown improvement in deep passing. Yeah, okay, cool. I am expecting that actually. But to say leading the league in completions over 20 yards, that is just It's almost like not possible. It's almost not possible. And yeah, oh my god, that poor post-it. Yeah, that is crazy. That is definitely. I mean, Boy Green. Boy Green is clearly not paying attention to what Johnny Boy has been saying this entire episode because it's not as. I mean, most of my takes usually come true. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm here is to tell you guys the truth. And not to just say, oh, 17-0. That's why I'm here. But 20. Yeah, I don't even have anything to say on that really. I'll say this, other than like the fact that like it's almost like guaranteed to not happen. That's another one. Every dollar associated with my name, I have no problem throwing on this. But like, who is catching them? Like, you think that every one of them is going to Garrett? Like, that's what you're thinking?
Nope. We got the Jet, baby, the new Jet, Aaron Smith, man. My guy is going. Y'all see? Let's go Bulldogs. Hey, and then you got Lazard too, man. People keep sleeping on Lazard. Look, man, I think he has a lot to prove. The fact that Aaron Rodgers is not there anymore. Everybody's constantly saying, he's nothing without him. He's hearing all that noise, bro, and he has something to prove. So let's see. There's a reason why I don't think they got a wide receiver. And you got Reynolds too, man. I definitely think that Reynolds is another individual too that is not being talked about. Like he's a good vet to have in that wide receiving room itself. So again, I'm excited. Maybe it is the fact that I have green Jets glasses on and all my takes are Jet based, right? But hey, I don't know, man. It just feels different to me, dude. And I think we're going to see something that we haven't seen in a long time, and it's going to be this coach. I think the coaching staff that we have as a whole is really going to be good.
Well, you are definitely not alone in that. Shout out to DNY for life. He is with you in Fields and AG. I trust. They are the new regime. They got our benefit of the doubt. And yeah,
Wow.
we are out here. Oh damn! Okay, I gotta get my glasses. This one 9. Oh, okay. All right. Hopefully, no dollars spent on that one, but we'll see. We'll definitely see what happens. But yeah, I do think, like I said, I'm expecting Fields to be a better passer, but like the jump that it would have to take from like where he's at now to supersede. We're talking about almost everybody, right? Because he's hasn't been top 30 in that stat in his career. So we're talking about that jump. It just doesn't seem too raise your 9 wins. Talking about 10 wins. As a matter of fact, raise these 10 wins from Gucci Finesse and another super chat from DNY for Life. 12 wins is the floor. So I don't even know what I'm looking at down here because I'm not sure if I've seen that. But 12 wins is the floor. We are about to show out.
Dude, let me inject that in my veins. I'll take that all day. Look, I'm saying 9 wins and everything. Like, give me a winning season. Give me the 9 wins to the point where we need a whole bunch of things for us to fall in place so we could get into the playoffs. And we'll see, man. Let me ask you this real quick, Woody, and this is kind of touching on to this. Let's just say week 1, we're going against the Pittsburgh Steelers, right?
Yeah, we know I'm here. I'm with you. Week 1.
All right, so week 1, we're at this, right? But we lose. And we lose by a field goal. Are you upset? Or are you like, this is something we could continue to keep building? Now, I know nobody likes moral victories. But is this something that you could potentially build on from?
Of course. Well, let's establish the biggest part of that. If we lose by a field goal, Mr. Brandon Bradshaw will owe me $100. So I'll be feeling all right in that scenario. Now, moving on from that part of it, yeah, like there's no, it is actually outrageous to me, outrageous to draw a very serious conclusion from one singular football game, to apply to the whole season, especially if that game occurred in the first 4 weeks of the season, because teams don't end the season how they start. There's so many teams that they look shaky or they look fantastic. The Steelers are a great example. The last like 6 years,
Mm-hmm.
they're always 9-2, and then they finish 0-5 to limp into the playoffs and get eliminated in the wild card round. That has literally happened, multiple times in the last 5 years. But then there's the other side of it. The Bengals are a great example. The Bengals were a 500 team. Week 14. They out here, and then something clicks and they go on this magical run that brings them all the way to the Super Bowl. So no matter what happens, if the Jets beat the Steelers 91-0, I'm not like, oh, we going to the Super Bowl. Was that a fun game? Oh, we all gonna remember that game, until kingdom come. But to take one game and draw a, large conclusion about the season, especially within those first 4 weeks, that's not something I can co-sign.
I look at it like this, man. If let's just say again, this is hypothetically speaking, we go ahead, we play, but we lose by 3, right? What I'm gonna take from this is a first-time head coach in Aaron Glenn went to the wire into this game against a for sure Hall of Fame coach in Mike Tomlin, okay, where people are not even giving us a chance for that game in week 1. Everybody's calling this game the Aaron Rodgers revenge game and all that. Blah blah blah. Which don't forget, we got Justin Fields too. Okay? And Fields was over there last year, so he knows what's going on. We'll see, man. I'm pretty hyped for that first game. I think that game it's going to be a tell of what this actual team can be, even if we lose. And I don't want us to lose. If we win, I mean, I'm not here going to state Super Bowl and all that. I'm going to be like, we could keep building from this. We have something, and these guys are believing in it, and let's keep going.
Yeah, well, we'll definitely see. Just like how we're going to see number 2 on this James Wudi list of league leaders, players that can lead the league in certain stats. Number 2 is my guy, Quincy Williams. I think he can lead the league in tackles. This is something that he's led the Jets in every year besides last year, when it was Jamie and Sherwood, and then Sherwood led the league. But here's the thing, Quincy. This is an interesting time for him, just like Brees, where a lot of the money, a lot of the conversations is going elsewhere, talking about extend this person, extend that person, but no one talking about extend Quincy. I think this is his chance to prove to this regime that he is him. I personally believe that Quincy Williams is a top 7 linebacker in the NFL. I think he is as elite as they come. I think, Jamian is working his way up toward that. But I think Quincy, what he can do all around covering the field, like in coverage, and then, of course, in the run game, explosive hitter, all that type of stuff. I think Quincy will be all over the field this year trying to make an impact or, trying to show this team that I'm worth it. Send me the bag. So that is my number 2 is Quincy Williams leading the league in tackles.
I love Quincy Williams. Right? I do. Okay. But it was his opportunity last year to take that captain, my captain, and him rock it, and he be the guy. But guess who was the individual that took it over? It was Sherwood. it left a little bit of sourness for myself. All right. Do I think he could possibly do that? I mean, yeah, I think so too. He has the talent, right? And for what he's overcome in his career is amazing. So kudos to Quincy and all the hard work that he constantly puts in there. But I was expecting him to be the clear leader in that linebacking room itself. And it came out to be Sherwood. Can he prove it wrong to me this year? He don't have to prove nothing to me, first of all, because I'm just Johnny Boy from Jets Worldwide. All right. You don't need to say whatever. That dude he made it to the league. He's a great athlete. But dude, Sherwood came in, he was like, chill, Quincy. I got this. And you saw what happened. So it'll be intriguing to see it this year, but I think they could push each other a lot. But I still have Sherwood over Quincy. My take. My bad, Woody. I know, but
You know. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you do, that because that sounds crazy. Um, yes, Sherwood did lead in the one, in the tackle stat, but I would say overall, I didn't see nothing from Quincy last year that showed me, regression. They both had a lot of tackles.
mm-hmm.
Um, and Quincy had more pass deflections. Like I said, he's an all around linebacker. I'm thinking, when I say top 7, I was just not trying to get flamed. I can, decrease that number a little bit. Because
Don't
I
be
was
scared, bro. Don't be scared, dog. Say it. Top 3, baby. Just say it with your chest, baby. Say it with your chest.
Yeah, Fred Warner.
Oh,
That's
Fred.
like, I feel that's the
That's number uno, right?
yeah,
That dude's a beast, bro.
but yeah, so we'll see how that goes. It's very possible that Quincy does prove his worth and Sherwood still leads in tackles. We don't know, but yeah, we'll see what that looks like this season. And of course, there's nobody more excited to see what happens this season than our guy, third super chat of the episode, DNY for life. Come on now, he's going week 1. Want to be there for the turnaround. This will be a special season. Put your seatbelts on. All right, I'm out here. I'm buckled up for the first home opener. Let's go. First home opener ever. I hope it's a good time. I truly do. And yeah, I'm trying to see. We all need to see this playoff drought end, and if it can end right here, right now, wouldn't that be a beautiful thing?
Yeah, dude, I definitely would. So, man, this is hype. So he's going to his first game for us is we're in Pittsburgh, right? Or is it home?
We're home, like week 1. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah,
Hey,
so the Boo Birds, Aaron. Aaron. Oh my God, that reception is gonna be unpleasant for him.
you know what sucks, dude? Like I always think about that iconic run through the tunnel with him
I
holding
can't
that
even call that
flag,
kind of, but
bro.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
I was like, this is it, baby. My man's rolling out here, and 4 plays in, and
Yeah.
he's a Steeler now. So yeah.
He's yeah, a little bit in between there. But what's number 1 on the Johnny Boy list?
All right, you're gonna like this one. This might be your favorite take that I've possibly ever said. Mark it down, guys, at 3:49 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on July 10th of 2025. From Jets Worldwide, Johnny Boy states Brees Hall is going to lead the league in receptions for running backs.
I mean, compared to what this isn't even like Brees Hall buyers or nothing like that.
Nope.
Because of the ones that you said, this is the only one that's already happened, right? Like we already have seen Brees Hall, dominate the passing game as a running back, or actually, I don't think it was receptions. I think it was yard. Like he had the most yards. Now I'm thinking about it. But anyway, obviously those are two very closely related things. So yeah, of course he might be. I know he's gonna be an outlet, and I know Fields is gonna check down to him. The problem is that there's a lot of running backs out there. You know,
Ah, I thought you were gonna be happy.
I am
Ruined,
happy. I'm always happy. What are you
ruined,
talking
ruined.
about? Yeah, I mean, hey, all right, fine, fine. I'll end it at that. We'll see. We'll see. He could obviously, if he leads the league in catches at the running back position, that goes a long way toward him leading the entire league in scrimmage yards, which I had on my list. So already our lists are more related than Boy Green and I when we do lists like this. So I like it. I like that, and I'll give you my number one, which is actually very close to your number 4, I believe. Which is funny because that was the one that the chat probably ripped the most. But here was the thing about it, right? You talked about Aaron Glenn, he was so good as a DB, and he's going to help Sauce. But here's the thing: Sauce does have bad hands. He does. He can't. I mean, we've seen him drop. He has more drops than interceptions. We've seen it, and they've been easy, like off a deflection, tip drill type drops we've seen from Sauce. But you know what he does do at a great level, and has already done, and led the league in, was pass deflections. That is something Sauce can do. And that is something he's already done. And that's something that I think he can do at the highest level and lead the league in pass deflections this year for the National Football League. I think, AG will help him be in the right place at the right time. He has the length, and that's what you need. Get in there, break up those passes. So, picks, you're out your damn mind. But
All
pass
right.
deflections, sign me up. Sauce, number 1 in the league.
Hey man, I heard Ice Spice has been helping him make sure he keeps those hands pretty filled, right? So that's why I think Mr. Sauce Gardner is going to I think he'll lead the league, man, in interceptions this year. I think he has a lot to prove. So
Yeah, that's that. We'll see. We'll see if that does improve his hands. It might. It literally might.
or at least the grip. So he
The,
could grip the damn ball when he catches it.
yes. So, oh.
Hey, my co-host knows what's up.
um. So, yeah. Oh, this is also a good point too, right? Mason Taylor, he's not going to eat into the target share like Tyler Warren probably would have. And all right, we're just gonna ignore Boy Green's freaky comments. Clearly, Boy Green was not here for the first 2 episodes. I mean, first 2 entries of our list. For his assessment here, but definitely chat. Please, everyone in the chat, let us know whose list you like more. We'll do a recap right now. My number 1 was Sauce leading the league in pass deflections. Quincy leading the league in tackles. Brees Hall leading the league in scrimmage yards. Fields leading all QBs in rush yards. And Jamian Sherwood potentially leading the league in tackles. What is yours?
So my number 1 is Brees Hall leads the leagues in receptions for running backs. Number 2, Fields leads the league in deep passes for over 20 yards. Number 3, Old McDonald leads the league in sacks. E-I-E-I-O. Yes, it does not rhyme, but I like it. Number 4, Sauce leads the league in interceptions. You already know it. It's because of Ice Spice, and he has been working on that grip. And number 5 is Braylon Allen leads the league in rushing touchdowns for running backs as well. Who had the better one? I think I did because it's me, Johnny Boy. Wudi, thoughts?
I'm not gonna lie. This is a good question. Because I was thinking like in a vacuum, right? Like 5 things that are just like I didn't say all of these things are going to happen like at once. It's like 5 things that could happen, and we just happen to have 2 tremendous linebackers, and either of them can be that top dog in the league. So that's how I reached that conclusion. Is that it's not like I'm not expecting all 5 of these to happen at the same time. It's the 5 highest probability things, if that makes sense. But yeah, definitely let us know who is doing their thing. Whose list is better. Pretty much, let me say it clear. Whose list you feel is better? Let us know in the chat. If you're watching this show after the fact, let us know. But before we get out of here, there's 2 things I definitely want to highlight. Number 1 is this July giveaway. Come on now. $20 for the experience of a lifetime. This is still the best deal that I've heard of in quite some time, where all you have to do is just make 2 clicks on YouTube. Literally just click on YouTube to @BoyGreen25 to @TakeFlightTalk, and then a $20 raffle ticket to Boy Green via PayPal or Venmo, and that'll get you 2 tickets to the Jets Cowboys game, a game that we'll be at. You're gonna be out here chilling with the squad. Section 228A, so we will not be sitting on top of the stadium. We are out here in solid seats. 2 tailgate tickets. We're talking about food. We're talking about select bev, and of course, T-shirt commemorating the big day. So make sure to get those in. We're running this all month. It's only been 10 days, so you got 3 weeks to send in your tickets. If you've already sent a ticket and now you get nervous about all the other tickets, send in another ticket. All that does is increase your probability of winning. And of course, we got to show some love. Oh, once I get this off the screen here, but we're gonna show some love to our guest, who's not a guest. He's always welcome here. He is like family. We talking about Johnny Boy. Johnny Boy.
I'm not your boy toy.
Boy toy.
Eat your heart out, ladies.
Yes. So what have you been up to? I was trying to find Snow. Oh nope. I was trying to find Snowball's comment, but I couldn't find it. Promoting the channel, Jets World Wide. Talk to us.
So we're back this Friday. We took time off for the 4th of July. So shout out to USA. But we are actually going to be, well, not myself, but Snowball is in Italy right now. So he is literally Jets worldwide, wide. This new time, only for this Friday though, is at 6:30 p.m. We're actually having a friend of the show, Mr. Dylan T is going to be one of our actual guests that's coming on. So we look forward to having that. But guys, come through, show some love. Friday night, 6:30. Jets Worldwide, wide. Jets Worldwide, one word all together, and you could catch us on there, man. We just do some takes. We have fun, and it's myself and Mr. Snowball, man. So we've had Wudi on before. We've had GB on there. Well, we have had BG on there before as well. So he already knows what time it is. And once the season starts to up and going again, we are bringing back the shows that we do on Sundays, where we are running different types of games on there as well. So can't wait. The match game, baby, it's back.
Oh my God, match game. That's the best thing in content creation is the match game. Always an honor. I even have, I feel like I had, I just cleaned off my desk and I had like a stack of like my answers from the last time I was on. Yeah, definitely great things that you got cooking up. And of course, this collusion. I had to highlight this collusion down here. Snowball, you know damn well that my list was better than Johnny Boy's, but I understand.
And he had 2 of the same, so mine were all different.
Hey, come on now, Sharon. Real as anything. I appreciate you. As always, Mr. Bradshaw, the man who I'm so excited to meet, receive $100 from, and then do a shot at Jameson with. I mean, we're about to have one of the best meetups of all time, Mr. Bradshaw, and I appreciate you because that's what it is. It's real. It's real. That's all this. Every time that we talk about this team, it's coming from a place of realism. So, that's me. That's me. I'm real with you.
I'm real too, but I'm real Jets Green, baby.
Yeah. So everybody, the 200 plus watching with us on all the different channels, we definitely appreciate you. And hey, again, follow Johnny Boy, see what he's doing with Snowball on Jets Worldwide. And for Boy Green, you already know he's going to be available tomorrow morning. He just doesn't like me, so sometimes he just needs to take off. So that's why he's not here right now. But in the morning he'll be on Boy Green Daily. And then if you try to see your boy again, then we gotta wait for next Tuesday. So everybody, appreciate you guys so much. Appreciate the energy. Everybody coming in, sharing their lists. Keep commenting. Let me know if you haven't commented whose list was better, so I have that a positive reinforcement to help me sleep better at night. And we'll see you.
I'm pretty sure my list won. Just want to let everybody know.
All right, we'll see. We'll count.